rock, dick dog.
Dick dog is so
Ready to rock.
So what did you think of the hunt for the BTK killer?
I mean, that was a movie.
You like your panties?
You didn't love it?
Those are not my panties. Those are little boys' underwear.
It was, it was fine. It wasn't.
It was fine. Do you think it was the most boring of the movies you watched, or
I don't know. That one last week was pretty boring.
oh, you thought the Dahmer one was pretty boring?
I mean, yeah. I don't know.
This one kind of did the same thing, where it skipped kind of the most interesting part about him, which would be when he did the majority of his killings. I don't know why it skipped a lot of that.
I feel like everyone we've watched is like a made-for-TV movie.
I know. This is why my next suggestion is that we do the Zac Efron Netflix Ted Bundy movie. Yeah.
It's a movie though? It's not a series?
Yeah, it's the movie. It's called like what is it? It's like Evilly Wicked and Vile or something like that is what it's called. It's not actually called Ted Bundy. But so then we have a legit movie on here. I think we have watched 3 fucking TV movies now.
Yeah, I feel like I would say every single one I feel like is made for TV, like, and it's weird. This almost
felt like an episode of Criminal Minds, like an extended episode of Criminal Minds.
A little bit. I mean, it was just weird. I mean, like we didn't need to follow him around. Catching.
I forgot to download it. What about the shitty music they kept playing? I'll cut to a clip here. Every fucking time he did.
I was hoping you would put that on the soundboard.
I meant to.
I'm
I forgot.
Not even kidding.
That was cracking me up. Like when he got every single fucking thing he did, they played that music, and it was the worst thing you could hear.
Almost texted you, "Hey, put that music on the soundboard." But I was like,
if it's on YouTube, I'm gonna make sure I get it for next time. But that was cracking me up. I'm glad you liked that too. Was there anything that you learned about the BTK killer during this?
I learned everything.
I learned a lot because I didn't know anything about him either.
Yeah, I learned everything. About. I mean, and I feel like obviously it's a trend, and this guy was super narcissistic, super into himself.
Yeah,
super.
Here, hold on, I gotta let.
I mean, okay, you're good. Yeah. Oh, hello there, Popper.
What's up, Spencer? Hey, honey. I know.
Hello there, Popper.
Here, hold on. Let me get my headphones on.
Popper.
She's like, I want to be on the podcast. What the fuck? You can't talk about BTK without me.
There's the other one.
Aria, you want to get in bed?
Aria. She's licking her own puss over there.
Oh, great. Right on my bed too. But back to him being a narcissist. He reminded me so much of Walter White throughout the movie. And then I meant to look it up too if there was like any like influence in Breaking Bad or anything with that, like with the actual BTK killer.
Yeah.
Because like even the interviews with him, like I even seen the one, like he's just like how he was in the movie. And he just reminded me of him. It's a little bit, I think, the facial hair and a little bit Robert Forster being in it helps too. But it totally reminded me of Walter White.
It is funny because there was a scene in the movie, I couldn't tell you what it was, but it was just like a shot. And I literally go, wow, he kind of looks like Walter White right there.
Wow, see?
There's a fucking ninja.
Yeah, honestly.
It was like because he had the perfect facial hair and the way he was driving and they were filming him. And then also because he was just like a dickhead. Like, I wonder if the dog...
Vince Gilligan is a huge BTK killer fan or something.
Or BTK killer was wrong. It wasn't really him. It's been Vince Gilligan the whole time.
And the craziest thing to me is that dude didn't do anything for 20 years. I mean, literally could have just got away with
sat around with his thumb up his ass,
shit.
And then basically was like, "Hey, come get me, come get me."
Was so prideful and so hurt by that dude going in there talking. He was like, I gotta kill again.
So what was it? I think they said he killed 7 people, took a break for 25 years. And then killed a couple more, and then got caught with a fucking floppy disk. A fucking floppy disk.
Yeah.
I love that too.
Which is weird because
why'd you lie to me? I thought we had a rapport.
Yeah, I feel like that. I don't know. I feel like that was just additive for the movie.
Yeah, that felt like weird. Like I thought we were special.
Yeah, but I could also see him saying something like that because he's super like, oh, what do you mean you don't like me? What do you mean? I thought you liked me. Like, we're
also,
buds, right?
That was weird too. I wonder if he really did ask that, because that just seems so odd. When he got arrested, and he was like, "Am I going to be in a special part of the prison, like, away from everybody else? Because like I'm different."
Well, I thought it was weird. So they interviewed him for like 30 hours straight.
I guess, yeah. You can watch that interview, like the clip I sent you. There's like an hour and a half documentary about that like long interview that you could go watch, but I didn't want to watch the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, because I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm like, there's no way. And then he's like, when he gives him the cup, he's like, write BTK on the lid.
Oh my god, yeah, and he's like,
I'm like,
oh, it's a knee slapper. They'll know it's.
I'm like, this dude is fucking psycho. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I feel like all of them so far, they've pretty much been full of themselves. They're all narcissists.
Yeah.
I mean, in this guy, I don't think it almost felt like he wanted to get caught. I don't think he wanted to. It almost felt like he wanted to get caught.
Because then, like, also,
and
right
everyone
when he
has
got
like
caught,
a little shed that they do all their sneaky shit in.
If these movies have taught me anything, if somebody has a little secret shed, stay the fuck away from them.
Yeah.
Or just report them to the police, especially if there's a serial killer.
I mean, the internet must have just came out. This dude was caught in 94.
Fuck is the internet? Yeah.
So, I mean, like, it had to be, I mean, what is it, 91 or something? When it became, like, handily available across the board. And I think you still had to have a good amount of money. I mean, I'm going, damn. I'm like, this dude was, because in that interview you sent me, he was like, yeah, he's like, I made my plan online. And I'm like, online? I'm like, you were caught in 94, dude.
April 30th, 1993, the World Wide Web was released into the public domain. God, that was a mouthful to say. So yeah, maybe that is kind of interesting. Is he just lying? Is he lying about that?
I'm like, I don't know.
I did kind of feel that he really did, like, especially the second he got caught, he was like telling everybody the things he did, and it was almost like, no, I am BTK, I promise. Here's all I'm BTK. Like, he really wanted them to know.
And once they told him that it had his DNA, he was like, I'm fucked. But the crazier thing to me,
I guess he can't beat DNA, huh?
Yeah. The crazier thing to me is that the death penalty wasn't an option when they arraigned him.
Yeah, it was because, what was it, like, his murders happened before when they arrested him. It was like right before the death penalty thing. So then he got, what was it, like triple lifetime
250 years,
like that? Yeah. That's always kind of stupid. Like, I get it, but it also is just like, the guy is just in prison for life. Like, the rest of this is just numbers. I get it's for all the families, but it's just kind of numbers.
Well, I saw a TikTok, and I kind of wish I would have sent it to you, and I don't know who it was, but it was somebody, and I don't know if it was recent. I don't know if it was from a while ago, but it was like a judge, and they were sentencing somebody, and they were like, you are hereby sentenced to, I don't know, 250 years. And then it was like, once you die, you're going to be charged with escaping prison and then charged with another like 250 years. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, what's the point?
I'm like, are vampires real? Like, is this dude about to become a vampire, bro?
I'm going to be naughty. I'm going to be a naughty vampire god.
Why?
That's hilarious.
I'm like, you know?
I feel the same way. It is just dumb, because it is just like, oh, yeah, the person got caught. They're in prison for life. Like, just all you have to do is say, you will never leave prison. You'll die here. None of this other shit matters. This is just for you to feel like you're getting another one up on them.
Yeah.
I watched another interview, too, today with the BTK killer. Well, it wasn't with him. It was with his daughter. And it was her talking about how, like, her and her husband, like, she got home and, like, they were asking her, like, hey, the police were like, do you know about the BTK killer? And she was like, yeah, the blah, 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 blah. Like, the vague information she knew. And then they were like, yeah, well, we just arrested your father from him. We're pretty sure it's him.
Wow.
So then she called her husband, and he came over, and he did, like, the same thing. And they were both just, like denying, like, no way he couldn't have done that. He couldn't have done any of that. And they were like,
well,
they were sticking
like
up
anybody
for him.
Would.
Yeah. But then they, like, the police came back to them, and they were like, well, while you guys were saying he wasn't doing this, he's in there just admitting to all of it. And they're like, what? What's he admitting to? And they're like, the murders, like, everything. And then they were like, oh shit, okay, maybe he did do it.
Yeah, I feel like that's just natural instinct. I mean, like, if, you know, if somebody arrested my dad, I would defend like you,
no, yeah,
you know, you
100%.
Like, I feel like that's
it just
natural.
I can't imagine hearing like, oh no, he did admit to killing the people. He did do it. You'd be like, oh fuck, really?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it would be.
Are you kidding me?
Shut up,
It would be very weird. Yeah. But yeah, it was just a strange overall movie.
Yeah, I feel like they didn't really like describe what he did as well too, because like,
not really.
They said it with the name like 100 times: the bind, torture, kill. You know,
Joey, you got Joey up in there.
Joey's popping in. What's up, Joe?
He's
gonna see you and get scared.
He's probably gonna be like, woof, woof.
What's up, Joe? But like in the interviews I was watching, it said that he would obviously, because they showed it a little bit like an example with the cop's wife in this movie where she came home and she checked the closets and was all scared and all that. But he would, I guess, hiding people's closets for like hours and hours and hours and hours until they fell asleep, and then he would come out and kill them and shit like that.
Which is wild.
And I feel like the movie didn't, like he would stalk them for a while and be like, all right, that's the girl I'm killing, she's next. Like they kind of showed that, but I feel like they didn't explain it that well at all.
Yeah, well, and then like with that one where he was like, he like drove by really slow. It was like some girl leaving like a restaurant at night or something.
Yeah.
And then that was it.
And he said,
and I'm like,
which like they didn't explain that at all. But then I watched the real interview with him, and I think that was probably just one of the girls that he said like because he got older and like knew he couldn't fight certain things, or just decided he was like, not to.
He said something like, "Oh, she was lucky" or something like that.
There's a lot of lucky people out there just because I didn't feel like killing.
Yeah,
and it's like, okay, sure.
Good. That's good for them.
That feels like to me a little bit like on like the death penalty. Like you're about to die, and they're like, anything else, and you're like, oh yeah, I killed all these people too, just to make me seem more infamous.
She just came barreling in there.
That's fucking her MO. She fucking bolts into every room.
Boom! Hello, everybody.
Hey, honey. But what were some things that stuck out to you about BTK?
Trying to think here. The one, oh shit, dude, it was literally what I was just about to say. I mean, honestly, there really wasn't. I mean, like I say, they didn't really go into too much detail.
Yeah. Well, I guess. Do you have any questions about BTK still?
I mean, I didn't. I expected it to be pretty slow at work today. It was actually pretty fucking busy. So I was gonna do a little bit of looking in. Is he dead? Or is he still in prison?
Actually, I don't know. That's a good question. Let's see.
I meant to look that up, but like I said, it was pretty busy at work today. I mean, it was only 29 years ago.
He's 78 years old, and he remains behind bars in Kansas.
Wow.
So he's still in prison. That's pretty gnarly.
I thought he was 60 something when they arrested him. I thought.
Well, let's look that up again too, because I'm not sure. How
BTK killer in 1994 age or something like that. Yeah, I could have swore it said that he was like 60 something whenever they arrested.
He was arrested at 59 years old.
Okay, but still.
Yeah.
So how old is he now?
So and he said he was 78 now. So that wasn't that long ago, actually, that he got caught.
No, it was 29 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm clicking on his Wikipedia just to see if there's. Oh, what the fuck! I don't want to donate to your Wikipedia.
They ask me every time. Every time.
Also,
and then they're like,
it says for his,
"Are you sure you don't want to donate?"
You're like, "Yeah, I clicked X."
Yeah.
For all of his names here, it says BTK, BTK Killer, which stands for Bind, Torture, Kill, Killer. So that's a little dumb. And then BTK Strangler, which is, I feel like, also the same thing. You could also say BTK. Oh, it did say here in the movie, didn't it really only kind of seem like he had one daughter?
Yeah.
Because it says he has two kids, and in the interview that I watched too, it said his son was like off on an army base. Like his son was way older. So like, that kind of threw me like surprised too that I didn't realize. Oh,
maybe that's why
he actually has 10 to 12 victims. It says here. I thought it was only 10.
Huh.
So maybe there was more they found after this movie.
Yeah, but see, I feel like a lot of stuff like that, they just pin like unsolved shit on people.
Yeah, see, I always wonder about that. Yeah.
To be like, oh, we can close this case. You know, it was definitely him. But yeah, he and then the thing that I thought was weird, like when they were like obviously like throughout the movie they were flashing in and out of him in court, and he would like he pretty much was like telling the judge, and then she's like, okay, or I can't remember if it was a guy or a girl, but that's enough. And he's like, I'm just being honest. I'm not even trying to be like funny or anything. Like I'm just, you know, telling, because he like pleaded guilty or whatever, like didn't like waived his right to. So it was like, What are you talking? I mean, like, I get, like, it's just unusual, I guess, for
Yeah, no, 100%.
for something like that for somebody to just be like, yeah, I did all that.
It reminds me. It reminds me of like
I'm guilty.
when they let, I think it was Charles Manson too, and like Ted Bundy and stuff like that. Like when they let them be their own like lawyer and shit like that. It's kind of like, really, okay, you're just ruining your. I know you're a serial killer, but you're ruining your own case. Like, why would you want to do that?
But they welcome that shit because they know they're definitely gonna win.
Yeah, no, that's they're like, yeah, sure, you go ahead and be your own lawyer. You'll do really good.
Okay, yeah, sure, yeah. Sure, buddy. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it.
We'll even give you a suit so you'll look like a lawyer.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think. There was something else that stood out to me that I wanted to bring up, but I can't for the life of me remember what in the hell it was.
What did you think about Robert Forster in the movie?
I mean, he was fine.
I thought he was pretty fun, and I feel like he looks the exact same then as he does in everything else he's ever been in. Somehow, like he hit an age and stopped aging.
Yeah, it does suck that he's dead.
I know. I always see that. I'm like, fuck. I would have loved to see more of you in like Better Call Saul and other things.
I know.
It's gnarly too. I think he died like the day El Camino came out, so that was like the last thing he was ever in.
Yeah, it just sucks. I mean, like, you know, obviously when anyone dies, I mean, it sucks. But like when you like discover like an actor or something, and then like they die, and then you're like, oh shit, dude, like what's the black dude that was in Black Panther? I can't think of his name.
Oh my god, I just fucking lost his name. God damn it. Chadwick Boseman. I think it was
that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Like, no, yeah, like stuff like that when it's like so even like the guy recently, I can't think of his name, the cop on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He recently just died, and like no one even knew he was sick either.
Yeah, I didn't even see. I just saw that he was like 61 or whatever. I'm like, dude, that's not even that old. But yeah, it's just weird because you're like, damn, like that he was a good actor. Like, you know, like wow, like that sucks.
No, yeah, you're like,
you know,
fuck.
Because it's like, well, never be anything new.
Yeah,
you know?
no, it's always a bummer. You're like, wow, I've seen everything that you have to offer, or that you could have offered.
Yeah,
with movies and shit.
And then you know, I don't know. It's just, it is. I guess it's just part of it. I guess the lucky ride we get to go on here.
Yeah, I guess. So, do you have any other people that you'd want to watch serial killer movies on after Ted Bundy? Is there anybody that you're interested in?
I would have to look.
Because after Ted Bundy, I think that's all that I at least know of for the killers.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, we could just do Ted Bundy and then we could pick a new topic or something.
Oh, okay, I'm down for that too.
I mean, you know, something different, or you know.
Have you tried the new season of Fargo yet?
No.
I was thinking because I didn't watch any of the other seasons other than the one we did for.
I don't think I have either.
It was. But this new season's looked pretty interesting, and it has a lot of people I like in it, and it even has John Hamm in it too, and Joe Keery from Stranger Things and stuff. But I haven't watched it. I think there's like 3 or 4 episodes out. But I haven't heard anything about it, so I don't know if it's good or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna recommend we do Barbie because it's on Max.
Oh, I would totally watch Barbie again. I loved that. That was fun.
Is Oppenheimer out anywhere? Do you have to rent
I think you could rent it, but it's got to be streaming somewhere soon, right? I think that's been available for a bit. We could do Barbenheimer, watch both of those, and do 1 week Barbie next week.
Well, because the only reason I say that is because Abby was like, oh, she's like, I want to watch Barbie. So I'm like maybe I'll run it by Jerome and we can do it for a fucking pod if I'm gonna have to watch this fucking thing. Well, but is it true that it's like basically like making fun of Barbie?
Yeah, it makes fun of like everything pretty much. Like the whole movie is a parody. Like it makes fun of like Barbies. It makes fun of people that like Barbies. It also makes fun of people that hate Barbies, and
it was like
boys and all that shit.
I don't know, a week or 2 ago, some account that I follow on Twitter, they were like, "Fuck it, here's the whole Barbie movie." So like,
I love those tweets when it's just like, here's a 3-hour movie.
yeah, and somebody did the same thing with Oppenheimer. But I just started it at work. Like I just had it on the screen and I was like doing other shit. But it was like in HD quality, like it was fucking in English. Really? So I was like, holy shit! I'm like, that's crazy. And I just saw like, I don't know, the first 3 minutes of it or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's weird. Where it's like,
where I forget what Michael Cera's like in it, and he's got red hair. It looks all weird. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Because there's all the Kens, and then I forget what his name is, but he's like the only other guy there. He's like Ken's friend.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then like, yeah, what's Ryan Gosling?
I love
he's
Ryan
like, I'm gonna
Gosling.
ride this wave or whatever, and then he like ends up on the beach. Or
I
I'm
could
like,
actually,
what?
if we do Barbie too, I could wear it for the podcast. I have it. Actually, I'll pull it up right here. I have the.
There it is.
I'm Ken Enough Ken sweatshirt.
There it is. Let's do it. I think we should after Ted Bundy.
All right, hold on. I got it right here.
Oh, there it is.
So I could wear this during the next pod. I'll wear this.
There it is. I think so. I think you should.
Who would have thought we'd do a Barbie? We could like play with Barbies in the next podcast too. And then
after we do Bundy, we'll do Barb.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I love our transitions. We go from Harry Potter to Quentin Tarantino movies.
Yeah, the serial killers.
To serial killers to Barbie. And before that was like House of the Dragon or something too.
I don't know. Who knows where we'll end up after Barbie, but
yeah.
I mean, you know.
I'll be watching like
all
the older Barbie movies.
No, let's not. Maybe we can just bounce around and just do like something that you've wanted to watch for a long time and just never have.
That's true. We could just do random movies
versa.
too. I'm down for that. I did like that when we would just pick random movies back and forth for a bit.
Yeah.
That's how we got to. It was Ambulance we watched, and there was something else that was like so weird, but we loved it.
Yeah.
Ambulance was a weird fucking movie.
It was weird,
like
but I
the
enjoyed
drone
it.
shots inside the building and shit. But I did love that.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Is there any last things you want to say about the BTK killer?
I don't think so.
From the movie?
I don't think so. No.
I got nothing either. He was an interesting dude, but I think as of all the killers we've watched, I think he's at the bottom of my list.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, but dude, I mean, like he was pretty good at what he did.
He was really good. If he would have just not been like,
so
fuck you for running that,
egotistical, he would have never gotten caught.
Yeah, really.
To this day,
they
probably would have pinned it on somebody else who didn't do it.
Before we end this, actually, or at least stop talking about BTK. My favorite part, my favorite scene, I think a little bit was the part I think is like right in the beginning when he's actually watching the interview of the guy like doing the book or reading about it on the news, and then the guy's like, yeah, he's probably watching this right now. Because I've always, that's one thing I always wonder about watching movies about serial killers when they're still alive, is like, that serial killer went and saw this movie. And so it's just gnarly.
I mean, you would
they could have seen shit like that. So like him watching that interview, I was like, oh, I kind of like this scene because I've always wondered about that.
I'm sure. I mean,
because also like him talking with his wife about it too, and he's like, "You're safe, honey," and she's like, "I know, but I'm scared." Like that's so fucked up for her to think about those conversations later on.
Oh, absolutely.
They'd be like, oh, no fucking wonder he was saying I'm safe because he's fucking the one out there cutting up women.
Yeah.
It is gnarly too. I feel like we should talk.
And she seemed like a sweet lady too.
Yeah, and of course the last shot before he gets arrested, she's handing him his lunch outside and gives him a kiss and all that. But I'm
just surprised he didn't catch on that they were like tailing him for 10 weeks or whatever they said.
Because he was listening also to the shitty music we were listening to, so he just.
I'm like, Jesus, dude. Ding, 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 ding. I don't know if that's what it was.
It was pretty close to that, I think. But it's pretty crazy too that a lot of women too just started like cutting their hair shorter because they were like, "Fuck, this guy wants long hair."
Yeah, that was weird.
Like
that was so weird.
I gotta do it different. Like, I wonder if in his head because they're even like with we should talk about the dog lady too actually. So there's a few more things we gotta talk about.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to mention. That's what I wanted to mention.
I wonder if he was all like, I'm gonna fucking kill a short haired lady now. They think I only like long hair because he kind of seemed like that kind of dude where he's like, I'll show you.
Yeah,
so like that
for sure.
Like I'm surprised he didn't do that.
Yeah. I mean, I could totally see him doing that.
But the fucking dog lady. So apparently he would take people's dogs and then just ignore their phone calls at the pound
because then they would have to euthanize him.
Yeah, but
that's so fucked.
I just don't understand.
I would fucking kill him.
No, also, I was like, fuck that lady. She didn't put up enough of a fuss. I would have like fucking blown up his building before he put down one of my dogs.
Little boy gave up looking for Happy after an hour. He didn't put posters up or anything. He just sat on the porch like a goon and waited. That little boy's got to think. You got a pet. You got a responsibility. If your dog is lost, you don't look for an hour and then call it quits. You get your ass out there and you find that fucking dog.
Or
absolutely.
When he came to the door, like she spit on him, I would have been like hitting him with a pipe until I went and got my dog back. Like that was insane.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised no one like called and complained and reported him for that. Like, I wonder how many times he did that. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully not a lot.
Because she left wild. Like 6 or 7 messages, and he did it to her. And then I think like towards the end, he picked up another dog. So I'm assuming he did it to that dog too.
Yeah.
Like, that's just crazy.
And then he said, because I can.
Yeah. It was
really?
Because I can. Yeah. I was like,
yeah.
That felt Walter. Yeah. That was Walter White for sure.
Yeah.
When he was like, I'm the one who knocks, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, bro.
No, he was gnarly.
Yeah. That is funny. Yeah. So, yeah, you'll have to make a little TikTok on how, this movie, the BTK killer, comes across very Walter Whitey.
Yeah. I wonder if anyone, I just feel like his facial hair, just like his personality and all, it fits so perfectly. Like, if only he had a little Jesse.
Yeah.
Then
maybe I'll make a TikTok. Is Vince Gilligan a secret super fan of the BTK killer?
I'll totally use that now as a little intro for TikTok. 100% now.
Shut up, bitch!
Oh, that's funny.
Has anything fun happened to you in the world since the last time we potted?
I don't think anything fun's happened.
I
got my hair cut.
Oh, nice. No more car troubles or anything.
No, not yet.
That's good. Actually, not Macy and Chris and Damien recently we were just at their house and he was showing us pictures. They got in a car accident on the freeway. A truck going 50 miles an hour slammed into the back of Chris. Glass shattered all over Damien. And then Chris got slammed into another car in front of him. His car looked just completely crushed and pancaked. I can't believe him and Damien didn't get hurt. But he said he also had like board games and video games in the trunk. That's just locked in there now. He can't get it open, and there's stuff everywhere. But so he had to get a rental car and like get all this shit like figured out. But I guess Damien was like fine for a second, and then like after a minute he realized like they were in a car accident and was like, I don't want to be in a car accident anymore. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here, and started panicking. And then he called Macy on his tablet and was freaking out to Macy. So then Chris had to tell her over that we were in a really bad accident, but. We were like, what a horrible place. But he did get lucky. There was a tow truck guy, like 3 cars behind them. So he helped them out and got all the shit out of the way, and the cops were there like instantly.
That's good.
I was like, holy shit, how scary would that be?
Yeah, that sucks. That's definitely no fun.
The car looked unrecognizable in the photos.
I believe it.
It was crazy, but...
I believe
we were surprised. We were just over there giving Damien a birthday present and shit the other day, and then Chris was like, "Oh, did I tell you guys about my car?" And we're like, "I don't think so. What happened?" And he's like, "Oh, well, I don't have it anymore.
Yeah,
it's gone."
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Pretty wild.
I forget there's something else that happened too, and then like they were talking about like what the fuck is going on with us, because like the night before too, I guess they were all in bed and they have a bookshelf in their living room. All of a sudden, the bookshelf snapped in half and fell onto their Christmas tree. So, like, all their books fell everywhere. And we're like,
what the fuck?
I don't want to be around you guys. You guys are fucking scary right now.
You guys can come to our house.
You guys have bad luck.
Yeah, you guys can come to our house. We're not coming to see you. You come to us. Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild.
Did I tell you about this, too? Can you see that?
I can see that, but no. What'd you do? Hammer yourself, or
no? Actually, Spencer over there bit my finger when we were at the at the Airbnb for like pouring out Nick and like having me with Macy there. We were all hanging out. We were making pizza, and there was not even any pizza on the floor. Like nothing was wrong. We were literally just putting it in the oven. Spencer thought pizza fell and Arya was gonna get some, and she wasn't. So she went to attack Arya. So we stopped the fight, and when we were just separating them away. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, she went to go back to fight and fucking bit my hand. And it hurt so bad, but she bit so perfectly right under the nail that it just bled, like, all underneath my nail. So now I just have a bunch of dried blood under my nail.
Yum.
And, it only hurt for a couple days. Like, once the scab went away, it was fine.
Yeah.
But so now I just have an ugly-ass nail that I'll probably have for months.
Yeah, it'll probably come off eventually. Maybe. Who knows?
That's what Macy said, but it is already growing
that would
like
drive
underneath.
Me nuts, by the way.
It just being like black like that?
Yeah, because I would want it to not be black anymore. It would bother the fucking shit out of me.
I considered just painting over it, but then I was like, if I painted it, I would have to paint the rest of my nails, because then I would just have one painted.
Yeah, I would probably have to paint it.
And then I just haven't done it. But it doesn't.
I would just have to paint it.
It doesn't bother me as much as I thought it would, honestly.
Yeah.
And it already has grown like a little bit underneath it. So I think in like a month or two, I think it'll be gone. But yeah, Macy thought I was gonna lose my nail too, and I was like, I don't know. I'm hopefully fingers crossed.
It's just weird. It's just weird sometimes. I feel like sometimes you lose it and sometimes you don't.
Yeah. No. When I was really little,
it's like sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
But we were getting ready to watch Lost one time, and I forget. I was like maybe like 6 or something. And me and Taylor were just running and jumping into my mom's bed, just like back and forth, doing like trying to do random tricks. And I didn't realize it, but one time running up, all of a sudden my big toenail, got caught on a piece of the rug. And when I jumped into the bed, it just ripped off my toenail. And I was fucking screaming. And it was horrible. And I remember Nick carried me to the living room, and I laid behind him with my foot wrapped in an ice pack on it, watching the finale of like season 2 of Lost, with just an ice pack like that. And it was fucking horrible. But now on that toe, there's an indent that always grows with the toenail, like right at the tip.
I probably could have went my whole life without hearing that story. It's fucking That's bad. That's bad.
Oh yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, it was not good.
Really bad. What's funny too is like I think it was like 2 days later. It was like to me it was like enough healed where I was like, oh, I could go hang out with my friends again. And my friend asked me if I wanted to go to Great Skate and like go skating around. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go. I went and asked my mom, and she was like, you just fucking lost your toenail 2 days ago. Yeah. You're not going out skating with your friends and like rollerblades and shit. And I was
good for her.
Fair enough. All right, that makes sense, I guess.
Fuck. You're like, fuck, mom, you suck. I hate my life.
I stayed home and played video games, and I was like, whatever. Fuck.
Yeah.
There's a fucking ninja.
It's funny. Me and one of the guys at work, we both play. We've been playing Warzone. We got a dub last night. So.
Oh wow!
First little dub.
I like to see.
Yeah,
nice.
First little dub.
Is there new shit in Warzone, like a new map and shit or something like that?
Yeah.
Because I saw
new map.
Tim was streaming it today. Before we came to do this. I was watching him stream it and playing a new Mario game.
It's a new map. It's very Verdansk like. Very Verdansk like.
I bet they're trying to get back to like no, come back to Warzone.
They're bringing back Rebirth Island in like March or something.
Nice.
And then next fall they're bringing Verdansk back. They said.
Sweet. Are they going to change? Like, which Verdansk is it going to be? Is it going to be like open stadium, closed? Stadium,
I don't know.
Because
I don't know. But
if I was them, I would go back to the original Verdansk and then just slowly make it like the new one. You know.
I think because Fortnite went to their OG map or whatever. They did it for like a month.
I didn't hear that.
And I guess like. They had like record numbers, so I think they were like, "Oh shit, we should probably do that with Fortnite."
This may be a stupid question. Do you know if the Lego Fortnite and Fortnite are different games, or are they the same game?
No clue. No clue.
Because I saw TikToks of people playing Lego Fortnite, and I was like, "What is the difference?" Because it seems the same thing made out of Legos.
I honestly think it's like its own little game, like Minecraft in Fortnite. Like it's its own mode, I think.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you saw the video of like Tim and Ninja. They built like a fucking Lego house, and then
I saw a little bits of it.
Somebody came and like blew it up or whatever. And they were all fucking pissed or something. I'm like, what's the point of this game? Like, I don't know.
I would love to see like a solo series of you playing Minecraft and just like your commentary while you play it. To me, that would be so hilarious.
I don't think. I mean,
I know you would hate it, so it would just be so funny.
Yeah.
There's a fucking ninja.
Yeah, it would be bad. But yeah, so we got a first dub. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really liking it a lot. They finally added some new maps, but it's all the OG maps. So like High Rise. And,
like all the Modern Warfare 2 ones.
Yeah, nice. All of that shit. So. I'm enjoying it.
What do you like more right now, multiplayer or Warzone?
No, I'm on the Warzone. But I mean, I played it a lot whenever, for that month that there was no new Warzone.
Yeah, like that in between period or whatever.
Yeah, and like I got Lily into playing it. Peyton plays. So yeah, it's
nice,
dope.
It's pretty fun.
I enjoy it.
I want to play. I haven't even played a second of Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, but I enjoy it a lot. The movement is like way better.
I've heard that. I've heard it's like what Modern Warfare 2 should have been, pretty much.
Yeah.
Which everybody kind of got their paintings in a twist about that. But like to me, I'm like, but that's how Call of Duty is that every year. It's just like Madden.
I know.
Where you're just like, it's the same game updated, and we know we're gonna pay $60 for it.
Yeah. Yeah, but like when they released, like that's all the maps there were original Modern Warfare 2 maps. Like there were no new maps. Like
that is kind of wild. Not even one new map is pretty crazy.
No, yeah, but they've added some now. Like Rust was on there from the beginning.
They fucking love Rust.
Yeah.
Although I love that too. Like when we would do the 3v3
that was
snipers,
that was
fun as
yeah.
shit.
I know. Me, Lily, and Peyton, we like playing gunfight, but they only have 2v2 gunfight, and I was like, dude, they used to have 3v3 like snipers and
I don't
shit.
understand
like, that
why,
was like
with all those game modes,
best.
why they don't just have it be like, here, you like this game mode? Pick how one player, 2 player, 3 player, 4. Like I don't. Why isn't that an option?
And that's kind of what they did with like the Warzone. Like you know how like sometimes they would have duos, sometimes they'd have trios. They have everything. You can play solos, duos, trios, or quads at any time.
That's perfect.
Yeah. So like, there's no like, oh, you can only play trios or you can only play duos.
That was the worst when we'd be like, all right, cool, we can play Rebirth today, but we have to go to the gulag.
And the funny thing is so like, do you remember when the snake shots were fucking like insane?
Yeah.
So people discovered that, and within a day they had nerfed them into the ground.
Oh, wow.
And then the one of the shotguns was like the same way, and within a day they nerfed it into the ground.
Oh, so they're actually like on their feet with this shit now.
It's Sledgehammer. So like because like I literally
how's the hacker situation? Is there a lot of hackers still?
I have not ran into. I honestly don't even know if I've ran into any.
Oh wow, that's
I mean, cool. Maybe 1 or 2, but no. Supposedly they have it's active, and like if you jump off like just like a little brick, like you'll slam into the ground and die. Like every time you jump off of something.
Oh wow!
No matter what height. So even if you're like jumping over a little wall, like just like a half wall, you'll fucking slam into the ground and die.
That is like, fucking insane. So like,
yeah. Okay, so you're like just
no one's jumping at all now in Warzone.
I don't know. I'm enjoying it, and one-shot snipers are back, so that is the best. Fun.
That's nice. No, that sniping in Warzone, especially like around prison. Yeah,
I know.
Some of the funnest times ever.
Absolutely.
That'll be when Verdansk is back. That'll be like the first thing I want to do is just go to prison and snipe.
Absolutely.
And we'll probably go there, and nobody will be there at all, and we'll just be doing nothing.
It's a lot of fun. So if you ever download it, I'm sure it's a massive fucking update. But I mean, if you want to, I'll play with your ass. Fuck, I enjoy it.
All right, well, maybe I'll have to download Modern Warfare 3.
And then and you can make spectating videos again.
Oh yeah, true. That would be fun.
Make little spectating TikToks.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. Yeah. Maybe I should get it. Maybe I'll get it and we can do some videos.
I think I'm going to start clipping my snipes. And then I was like, I'll talk to Jerome and see if he can, like, after I get, like, a good amount, I'll see if he can make, like, a little montage.
Oh, a little Hess-tage. I like that.
Now that is something I like to see.
Yeah.
We have probably, like, 30 seconds left. Is there anything you want to quickly say to the people before we have to wrap up the pod?
I don't think so. I don't think I have anything else to say other than save the whales. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Save the whales. Merry Christmas, everybody. Oh, I should have put that on there. I have the Santa U saved on my computer. Motherfucker.
Yeah.
A little hostile there.
But thanks for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe. Next week we have evil, vile, and wickedly twisted Ted Bundy, Netflix, Zac Efron. You know the movie.
That Maggie was a real bitch and got what she deserved.
You like your panties?
Those are not my panties. Those are little boys' underwear.
Want to shut up?